Itoshi Rin has scored an insane body-to-body goal, equalizing the game at 2-2 for PXG. With only one final goal being up for grabs, there's so many possibilities on who could awaken. However, all roads point to Isagi Yoichi. What's going on, everybody? My name is Anamasu, and today I'll be taking you all through Blue Lock Chapter 276 leaks and their translations. If you enjoy staying up to date with Blue Lock and would like to support my channel, please make sure to click that subscribe button, comment below your thoughts, and even join my community Discord to interact directly. I hope you all have an amazing day, and please enjoy one of my favorite non-action based chapters in all of Blue Lock from this match. Blue Lock Chapter 276 leaks start off with the roaring screams of spectators, as Itoshi Rin has shocked the entire world with a last-minute equalizer. In this amazing double spread, we see people like Raichi, Kurospu, and specifically Nanase reacting to the goal. The perspective then focuses on PXG, as Charles Chevalier sprints over and crouches next to Itoshi Rin in excitement. Charles just keeps poking and laughing at Rin while complimenting his goal and level of insanity. A nosebleed for the goal? You're absolutely crazy and I love it. Shido Ryuze then waddles up from the background to take the spotlight, asking Charles who he prefers between him and Rin. Someone seems a little worried and jealous of Charles assisting another striker. How cute, Shido. Overall though, he crouches down while putting his arm around Charles, directly telling Itoshi Rin that the shot was truly artistic and he loved it to its core. This trio interacting truly makes this one of my favorite chapters already, and let me just say, when you see the pages themselves unofficial, look at their faces. All three continuously have the most derpy or outrageous expression ever, and I can't get over how great it is. Shido then just touches his forehead against Rin's with an even crazier expression, straight up asking Charles who he thinks is more clinically insane. Even the contrarian can't figure that one out, so he ends up just smirking in silence as Isagi silently watches from behind. Charles then even begins to poke Rin's injured nose with a devious smile, telling him to stop the nosebleed or else he can't continue the game. Bluebro has absolutely no chill for this one, and I'ma be honest, he's lucky to be 15 or Rin would have called a body over this. The perspective then flips back over to the Bastion Munich side of things, with Isagi Yoichi doing some deep analytical thought. Despite realizing Kunigami's mistakes seconds before everyone else, Yoichi was still unable to interfere with the play and wonders if he was wrong. With a fourth dimensional panel showing him floating in the middle with memories behind, Isagi wonders what exactly he felt in that moment. With flashes of Rin going for the shot and bleeding from the nose then shown, Isagi pinpoints that familiar feeling. This same passion he's sensing from Itoshi Rin is the exact same he felt when entering the Blue Lock program. Looking up at the genius now standing, Isagi realizes from this that Itoshi Rin's talent is just getting started. There is still so much more untapped potential within this striker, and the worst realization then sets in. Isagi Yoichi was made the supporting actor for Rin's awakening, and had virtually no impact in defending or anything at all there. His only use was to ignite Itoshi Rin's mind, and now with it fired up, what can BM's defense possibly even do? Speaking of Rin, we then see him suddenly grabbed by the collar and snatched into the air by an all too familiar asshole. His own coach, Julian Loki, is staring directly into his soul and with his face covered in shadows and ego. Itoshi Rin, I played against you once during the third selection of Blue Lock if I recall correctly. Rin says that he's correct while asking for his point, and during this, Nanase, Karasu, and Isagi are watching along in amazement. Loki finally goes on to thank Rin for Charles' awakening, even going on to say that Rin himself has become an attractive striker. This clearly pisses Rin off, who smacks Loki's hand away from his collar, because what do you mean become an attractive striker? Does this mean that Loki wasn't even fazed by him during the World 5 game? And I guess that does make sense considering his ego hadn't quite flared up yet. Taking off his jacket though with a smile, the next page then confirms that Julian Loki will now be entering the field, starting the timer on his 3-minute star change system. He goes on to apologize to Rin for grabbing him, saying that he's just getting fired up and wants to be active now. The fans and commentators begin to scream in excitement too, because for the first time in a new Egoist League, Julian Loki will be entering the field. This is a huge fact I believe we're just now learning, because PXG has won every game yet without the help of their master striker. I mean, that's just crazy. Noah was sitting there helping Bastion Munich in most of their games, and understandably he didn't do much, but he was still in the game. Speaking of to follow suit, Noah then stands up and begins to take off his coat, sadly having to enter the game to keep the peace. Yukimiya looks excited for a moment, but is ultimately shut down, because here's what's gonna happen. Firstly, Kunigami Rensuke is being subbed out for Noah, which hit me like a freight train because, I mean, imagine your entire arc boiling down to an impact defender, to then be removed during the winning goal. Like, I honestly thought Kunigami had a chance to even score the winning goal, but at this point, my hope's in shambles. Corona is also subbing out alongside him, probably due to the same stamina issues, which does kinda suck for Isagi, but oh well. Our Shark Boy is locked into the top 23, and I swear we'll see the Galaxy Hotline in the U20 arc. We just have to. Also, Noah has frequently been seen to side with Isagi and help him during the plays. However, I believe this time, he'll be mostly containing Julian Loki and his violent speed. Anyways, the player subbing in for Corona is literally the monk himself, Igaguri, with the most shocked expression ever alongside me when reading it. And a plot twist that nobody could have ever seen coming. Cough cough flashback of him before the game. Igaguri will now have his chance to earn a bid. Even Grim, the Bashirmanic NPC, can't believe his eyes and honestly feels disrespected to his core that this guy's playing and not him. Raichi, Yuri, and even Karasu were confused by this decision. However, Igaguri jumps up and screams out with passion. Noah goes on to tell Igaguri to try his absolute best because with this being game 4, this is the final chance for him to change his destiny. He even calls him a super substitution, which I find hilarious because the only thing super he'll do is get someone carded, probably Shido. With the next page being an amazing double spread of both teams facing off, Itoshirin remains an edgelord, being the only player with his back turned. Igaguri leaps up in excitement with Shido sticking his tongue out while making eye contact, making me think the two are interlinked this game. Loki and Noah of course stare down one another, because their matchup, I just can't wait to see. The climax of the final battle is here. The next point will be the last, and finally decide the undefeated victor. With both masters stepping in up to the plate for their team, who will win this heart-racing showdown? Itoshirin finally speaks up for himself, calling out to Isagi while pushing back his hair. Rin admits that he's glad and thankful to have chosen Isagi as a rival, because this hate just continues to boil and make him stronger. With Isagi just helplessly watching along, Rin says that he will kill him until death, basically insinuating that their rivalry is a cycle of growth and hate that will continue and is naturally occurring. An ecosystem or symbiotic relationship in a way boosting forward both players. Isagi of course won't be bitched and go down so easily, so with an intense expression, he vows to get revenge on Itoshirin. Clenching his fists with key players behind like Shido, Mess, and Igaguri, Isagi Yoichi promises to score the winning goal and reign supreme over the new Egoist League. His original ego and desire finally seem to be seeping out, and with that ending off the chapter, I feel so sad to actually say that. Despite having no action and being entirely text-based, Blue Lock Chapter 276 is actually one of my favorites from the PXG match, and probably from the entire manga, just purely from the interactions. The upcoming Chapter 277 is said to be titled Prodigy and Genius, which more than likely refers to the Isagi and Rin rivalry currently unfolding. Let me know how many chapters you all think remain until the PXG and BM match end, and honestly, will Isagi be the clear-cut victor and score the winning goal? With that being the end of today's chapter and video, I just want to thank you all so much for sticking this far through. If you enjoy staying up to date with Blue Lock or just want to support the channel, feel free to click that subscribe button, comment below your thoughts, and also feel free to join my community Discord to interact directly below. Thank you all so much once again, and I'll see you hopefully in another upload this upcoming weekend or sooner.